For the Prime Minister, just over 10 days ago, we learned that Canada was the only country with back-to-back shrinking economies in 2 quarters, the definition of a recession. Today, we got even worse news from the Governor of the Bank of Canada, who said, and I quote, "The Canadian economy has remained soft and inflation has increased. Economic weakness combined with rising inflation is a dilemma." He used the word weak to describe this Prime Minister's economy 9 times. That translates into lost jobs, lost homes, and bigger lineups at food banks. Will the Prime Minister stand today, reverse the Liberal policies that caused this recession?
The Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I know it's Wednesday and the Leader of the Opposition is looking for good news. Let me help him. Germany, 1.1%. Italy, 0.6%. And then you're looking at Japan, 0.8%. You're looking at the United Kingdom, 1.1%. And then you're looking at Canada, Mr. Speaker, 1.7%. That is the growth projection for 2027, Mr. Speaker. And this is what the OECD just said recently. Mr. Speaker, on this side of the House, we're going to fight for Canadians because every day is a good day to fight for Canadians.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Mr. Speaker, more allusions from the other side of the House of Commons that Canada is the only economy in the G7 that has shrunk the last 2 quarters and 3 out of the last 4 quarters, the only economy smaller today than a year ago. And today, the Governor of the Bank of Canada described the Prime Minister's economy as weak 9 times. That translates, Mr. Speaker, into seniors who are forced to lose their homes and live in parking lots, according to a story by CTV. Will the Prime Minister stand up now and announce he will reverse the Liberal policies that caused the mess?
The Honourable Minister of Energy and Natural Resources.
Mr. Speaker, while the Leader of the Opposition chooses to cherry-pick points, what we know is the head of the Bank of Canada said our economy continues to show real resilience in the face of illegal and unjust tariffs and in the face of 2 economy-destroying wars. Canadians want us to focus on building. That's why we're building transmission. That's why we're building new hydro. That's why we're building new LNG. That's why we're building new nuclear. Maybe you should get out of the clouds and start helping us build.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Mr. Speaker, the Prime Minister is hiding in the clouds and refusing to answer questions about the recession that he created here in Canada. The only thing he's been building is the sole recession in all the G20. There are 20 industrialized nations in that group. 19 of them are not in recession. 1 of them is in recession. And that translates into stories from the United Way, where 40% of Canadians are losing sleep because they worry they can't pay their bills. 60% have anxiety over their financial situation. Will the Prime Minister finally take responsibility and answer to them?
Ministre de l'Industrie.
Mr. Speaker, the Prime Minister is a serious man who knows business, understands the economy, and right now is working with all the First Ministers, basically all the premiers of our provinces and territories, making sure that we're dealing with the impacts of the trade war, which is never alluded by the Leader of the Opposition. Notwithstanding this trade war, we were able to create last month 88,000 jobs across the country, particularly for young people, particularly for women. And not only that, we are now going through a trade surplus, the highest since January 25th, January 2025, which was before the trade war. Thank you.
Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
The question was for the Prime Minister, and we don't need more excuses about the rest of the world. The other G20 countries face tariffs from the United States. None of them are in recession. Mexico is right next door to the United States and more integrated with the American economy than Canada is, and it is not in recession. Only this Prime Minister has delivered a recession. But we have solutions. Will he accept our ideas of eliminating the industrial carbon tax, getting rid of the newly renamed consumer carbon tax, no tax on gas for the rest of the year, no tax on capital gains reinvested to grow our economy? We have positive solutions to reverse his recession. Will he stand up and accept them now?